Welcome. In this video, we're going to talk about how to grow your mechanic shop and business with digital marketing tactics. However, before we get started, I'd just like to say, applaud you because it does take a lot of courage to start a business and a lot of courage to reach out and gain information so that you can gain more support in your business. So you've already taken a really important first step in growing your business, and I just think that that deserves some recognition. So without too much of delay, I'm Liam. I'm one of the creative directors here at the Toronto studio. We focus on digital marketing and growth acquisition, as well as graphic design and all that good stuff. So I feel like I have a good deal of insight in order to help you on this journey. So we're going to break down what's first is, and a question I get asked a lot, which is, what is digital marketing? And I think the best way I can say what is digital marketing in a way that is relevant to you and your business as a mechanic is that it's about building trust. It's about building a system online that is in place that converts a person who does not know what your business is or where it is or where it's situated or all that good stuff to a point where they trust you and then therefore want to buy from you. And it's about building this system, and we're going to talk about building this ecosystem around your shop shortly. Okay, so that's it. So we've talked about, briefly what digital marketing is in relevance to your business. There's a lot of other definitions we could go into, but I think that one is the most relevant. Now, the next thing I want us to do is take a look at this chart here, which is a very basic understanding, because I don't want to overwhelm you, right? It can be very easy to get overwhelmed with, digital marketing tactics and all these cool things, and then, just not move anywhere because you feel so overwhelmed. So we're going to break it down very simply. So this is a digital branding strategy as well as a, digital marketing ecosystem in relevance to a brand. Okay, so we're going to break it down. And it starts with content, data, and then analytics. Now, content can be as simple as, you've captured a video of you doing a really great oil change, changing a brake line, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's just photos and video and, maybe testimonials, video testimonials you captured on your phone of people happy with your service. The next is the data, very basic stuff like, what are your busiest days? Who are the types of people coming to your shop? What type of cars are you typically servicing on a week-by-week basis? And what problems are with these vehicles that you are dealing with and fixing most often? And then from there you go granular. You say, okay, cool, I'm fixing more brake pads than I am anything else. And then from there you just know that, okay, cool, brake pads seem to be, a lot of replacement, so I'm going to build content around brake pads. So from there, I always say the best place to start is a well-designed website, because when you have a website, you have a hub of information that lets people know who you are, what services you provide, where you are located, as well as build authority with your customer in a localized space. And that's where SEO comes in. SEO is very good at localizing and getting you in front of people in your general area looking for a mechanic. From there, you're going to go into social. Now, you might say, well, I'm a mechanic. It's going to be very hard for me to do social. Well, you'd be surprised. One of the biggest YouTubers right now is Chris Fix. He does a lot of DIY stuff, and as a result, he sells a great deal of merchandise through doing this stuff. I'm not saying do DIY stuff, but I am saying, talk to your consumer, let them know, when they need to do an oil change, educate them on, their car and, what needs to go into repairing this car so it's less expensive and all that good stuff. And that way it builds trust, and you tell your story online. And stories are very powerful things. Stories are very useful and powerful things. Heck, we pay tons of money to go see movies, which are just visual stories. So telling your story online can be very powerful in building trust around your brand, right? And I say start with one social media platform. Don't try and do them all at once. You're going to overwhelm yourself. You're going to exhaust yourself. You're going to burn yourself out. Start with one, move up. You know, once you've got enough of a following on one, and sometimes that's all you need, move up. So now you have your website, now you have your SEO, now you have your social. It's time to capture them. So you have these people coming from your social channels to your website. You have people coming from SEO, search engine optimization, to your website. Now it's time to capture them, and to capture them you need some sort of email, some sort of reason for them to subscribe. So maybe it's like, you know, you sign up for my email, you get 10% off your next oil change, etc., etc., etc. And now you have their information. You have their phone number, you have their email address, you've captured them as an individual on your website. So now you have a lead. You have one lead right there. And from there, what you can do is you can follow up with them. You say, oh, okay, cool, you know, like, hey, you know, you give them a call, you know, maybe 3 months down the road. Hey, how's it going? You know, we're so-and-so from the mechanic shop. You signed up for e-blast a while ago. We just want to check in, see how your oil change is going, see how, you know, your car is doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And if there is a problem with your car because you followed up with them, they're going to come to you first. Right? So that's one. And the next step is, once you have all these things and you've built a nice little community for yourself, it's time to do conversation marketing. And conversation marketing, I feel, is looked over a lot in the digital marketing space. And I think it's one of the most powerful tools. And that's having a conversation with your customer online, talking to them in comments, talking to them in emails, getting other big mechanics or chop shops or whatever you want to call them, you know, online that are just, you know, really popular, and getting them to give a shout out to your business. And then, of course, getting customer reviews online on Google or Yelp or whatever works for you. And then lastly, once you have that conversation marketing set up, it's time, and you have this warm audience of leads and of a community, it's time to get some new people, new blood into there. And that's where the ads come in. So you get these, you know, search ads, these YouTube ads, these Facebook and Instagram ads, and you're getting this cold audience, these cold leads into your business, warming them up, and just getting them to convert into a long-term customer that much quicker. And that's how digital marketing can play in a really good role on a very broad level. Now let's go into it. Let's get a little more granular. Let's talk about some more of the caveats. In this next diagram, I'm a big diagram guy. I really like using diagrams. And we can see from a sales funnel approach how this all plays out. Up on the screen, I've put up a nice little graph of what a social media sales funnel is. And we're going to break it down, as well as these numbers that you see on the side. So the first step is awareness. And awareness is as simple as it sounds. It's just getting people aware of who you are and your business through content. And 94% of people stay in this part of the funnel, right? Because they're not, a lot of them aren't your ideal customer. They're not the right person for you and your business, because, you know, they might be, you know, a stay-at-home mom who doesn't have a car or just rides bikes or something like that, but they at least see your content. And then you might have, you know, the husband or the partner in the relationship who does have a car see your content, and they're also part of that 94%, right? And who do need your service. So you have this there, you're posting content, you're posting photos, you're posting videos on a consistent basis. I say anywhere between 2 to 3 times a day, and you're getting people aware of who you are. And because you've posted this, you know, 2 to 3 times a day over the course of a week and a month, a year, etc., they now have interest in your business. They say, I like this, you know, I like knowing who this guy is and how he works with cars and vehicles. This is important to me. I'm interested in this. And then once they're interested in this, it's about engagement. So now they're asking you questions about their cars and comments. Now they're asking you for your advice because they see you as an authority figure in the space. You know, now they're liking and commenting. And once they've started liking and commenting, it's time to move into sales, where it's that conversation part we're talking about. So let's say they've liked 20 of your posts, they've asked you for advice and a few comments. It's time to reach out, DM them and say, hey, like, would you like for us to, do a checkup on your vehicle, see what's going on, have you come in? And if they've gone through these 3 phases, they're going to say, yeah, you know what, consistently, I might add, they're going to say, yeah, you know what, I wouldn't mind coming in for that vehicle tune-up. And then it comes down to you in the offline world continuously meeting their needs and just delivering a high quality service to have, a loyal customer. So let's say if 100 people are looking at your online content a month, and at the end of the month or end of every 2 to 3 months, you're getting 15 new customers that are buying and coming to you long term, what is that going to mean and do for your business, right? It's going to be a lot of growth. And we want that. We want growth because growth equals profits. Profits equals you supporting you and your family. So that's how digital marketing plays in a very broad sense in growing your business. It helps build trust. It helps build loyalty, and it helps build growth. Now, if you liked this video, I recommend you check out our site, thetorontostudio.com, if you're in Canada. And if you're not in Canada, that's fine too. Check us out. We have a lot of great content on there that helps you grow your business, as well as a lot of unique services. So yeah, that's it. I'm Liam. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned a lot in this video, and I look forward to you hopefully joining us in on the next one.